Who would like
Yeah.
to read the Among Us SCP? It's actually rather short.
I guess I'll read it.
Yep, this is the when the imposter is sus, 5167.
167.
I pray that the video for this won't be racist.
Alright. Item number 5167. Object class Keter. Special containment procedures. Foundation web crawlers are to monitor online communities for mentions of potential 5167 sightings. In cases where these sightings are confirmed, all direct witnesses are to be apprehended and all secondary evidence removed from the platform in question. Apprehended witnesses are to be held until systems of 5167 abate, or symptoms of 5167 abate, and are then to be amnesticized and released under a standard mental breakdown cover story. Description: 5167 is an entity known to manifest as a player of the online multiplayer game Among Us under the username Phthonus. 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 5167 will randomly join multiplayer lobbies of the game and participate as an ordinary player would, with the majority of its anomalous effects only becoming obvious following the initial encounter. During this initial encounter, 5167 has been observed to communicate using the in-game chat function, although the majority of its speech consists of lengthy diatribes produced at little prompting from other players. Individuals who interact with 5167 in-game will subsequently begin to exhibit symptoms of paranoia and Capgras delusion. What was that again? Psychiatric disorder in which an individual comes to believe that those around them have been replaced with identical imposters. Oh, yeah. The severity of these symptoms varieties, what the fuck? Varies from person to person, but in initial cases was significant enough to prompt acts of perceived self-defense from those affected. Full record of recorded 5167 related homicides available in the Site-22 archives. These symptoms persist for a period initially believed to encompass several months, but has lessened to 1 or 2 weeks as observation has continued. 5167 was initially discovered by the Foundation after a period during which the player Phthonus was a minor urban legend in the Among Us community. Although interest in the figure died down fairly quickly, Foundation web crawlers flagged recorded accounts of player encounters with the entity as potential anomalous phenomena. Learning Computer Side 2, Meevil, was assigned to track sessions of the game until 5167 was encountered, and when the other players indigestion were tracked down, they exhibited the symptoms now associated with 5167. Foundation efforts to track the individual behind 5167 have thus far proven unsuccessful. All attempts to locate the internet access point used by the anomaly has led to deserted home addresses in rural Greece. Analysis of impending 5167 neutralization. As requested by head researcher Abrams, I've had the Site 22 analysis look into the progress of 5167's anomalous effects over the period we've observed it, and the results are much as I expected. When we first discovered 5167, for the sake of argument, let's say this is when 5167 first came into existence. The impact it had on its victims was severe. I don't think I have to remind you of what Billy Heth did to its family's faces. But since then, almost immediately, really, since the first couple of manifestations, the potency of its effects have started to decline. Full detachment from reality became delusion, and delusion has now become paranoia, and the intensity of that paranoia is lessening in each new case. This is all conjecture, of course, and shouldn't be taken as gospel, but based on what we've observed of this anomaly thus far, our estimation is that 5167's anomalous effects will become inert by the end of the year. Whether it'll keep popping up in those video game matches is another story, though. Site 22 Intelligence Director Michelle Ross. Observation Log 5176-1. The following is a log of my brain just died. 5167, as observed by learning computer Psi-2 in a game of Among Us. SCP-5167 participated in the game without communicating until specifically addressed by other players. Following the game, all participating players were tracked down and treated as containment procedures dictate. Communication is logged below. John Arbuncle. Red, where were you when we were doing reactor? Where was I? I was there when the mountains were newborn and the oceans virginal. I was there when gods walked among men and their wisdom was cast down like sunlight. I was there when mankind was capable of legends. And now I find myself in a world that has forgotten even the taste of life, even the very concept of life beyond existing from one day to the next. Mere continuance. When all the world is wasted away in idle play of emotions that once rang true. I am in a world where even the gods are forgotten, their bones washed away by time. A world where men has moved on, where all the legacy I have left are 3 fucking sentences on Wikipedia. I thought my time came again. I thought this could be the new me, but this is nothing. Let me stay dead this time. I am tired. No activity for 12 seconds. User, your mom. Red is sus. Yeah, vote red.
I feel bad for him.
That's pretty fair for Among Us. Let's be fair.
Okay, I need to look up this username.
I'm starting to think 5167 isn't intentionally doing what it's doing.
Probably not.
I think.
Let's see.
Which means I kind of feel really bad for it. Because it probably just wants to rest, but it's not being allowed to.
Fathonus. Let me look up who Fathonus is.
What, you think it might be some god or something?
It's pretty obviously the name of a god. What do you think that 3 lines of fucking Wikipedia statement would mean otherwise? Fathonus. In Greek mythology, let's see. In Greek mythology, Fathonus, or sometimes zealous. Zealous was the personification of jealousy and envy, most prominently in matters of romance. In
Oh.
Nonnus's Dionysica, he is by proxy the cause of Semel's death, having informed Hera of Zeus's affair with the princess.
Oh.
No, there's more than 3 fucking lines. Maybe he was meaning 3 fucking paragraphs, because that's basically it. There's 3 paragraphs on Phthonis's Wikipedia page, and that's it.
Or maybe at the time of writing it didn't have much on Wikipedia. Yeah, because it was last written in 2022, so...
Yeah, the wiki's probably been updated since then.
Yeah.
Which is pretty awesome.
Alright, let's see the thumbnail.
I can't wait to see the thumbnail.
It's very hard to mess up on this.
Taste of lasagna. I think they messed it up somehow.
I feel like it's a 1, but it's not a 2, it's not a 0, it's just a 1. But it's still weird that it would have been so easy to get right and they still messed it up.
Sussy. I still can't stop reading that as sussy.
Sussy pussy. Sorry.
Never say that again. Never say that
again. Sussy wussy. Then you got weird, Aaron.
Well, I mean, I was making reference to the fact that thanks to the prevalence of the term bussy, my brain goes to calling it sussy. But
I took it to the next level.
Anyway.
Well, you're both dirtier minded than I am.
I would honestly put this at a 2.
Okay.
Because for the simple reason that I already forgot his fucking name. The guy. The simple reason that Phthonis doesn't actually inherently act as imposter, or he's just any other player, right?
Yeah, except he's just any other player, and when he plays with you, your paranoia grows. But his that ability is weakening by each game he joins.
Yeah, he isn't this bloodthirsty being. He's literally just crying out in desperate anguish for being relegated to this small section of history.
Yeah.
And this is how they depict it.
Yeah, I can also
I don't like it.
Yeah, I can also see how some people are gonna get upset. Like newcomers SCPs will get upset seeing why is it Geeter? It's not dangerous. It's because it can't be fucking contained. I start hating it because I sometimes on the SCP Reddit I constantly see messages popping out why is this SCP Geeter? It's not dangerous. It's because it's not about danger. It's about containment. Sorry, it just annoys me. At times.
Schmer.
Oh my gosh! I want to check the description. This video is being derived from SCP-673, written by Dr. Gears.
What? Wait, what? How do you fuck up this bad?
Well, you become a content farm. That's how.
and it was written by Tanhoney. I'm assuming that's how you say your name.
This is just...
Like, they got
I'm
everything else
disappointed.
correct. They say 5167 in the description, but down here is 673. So they didn't get the license correct at all.
It's just... How did they fuck it up that badly? This is like the title of the video is right there. The fucking description of the video is correct. How do you mess up the fucking crediting section when everything else in this situation should be telling you that this is the wrong credit? This is like if someone like wrote an academic paper, has gone through all of it, and they need to cite like fucking Einstein, and then at the end, instead of citing like XYZ Einstein's paper, they cite fucking like a Google Translate doc of like a different Einstein paper.
Oh my god. No, it's instead of a different Einstein paper, it's a paper from Bill Gates.
Bill Gates is not a scientist.
Yeah,
Doesn't work
exactly.
as well.
Anyways, 3. Everyone ready?
Define ready.
How bad will they really make it? Never mind.
Anyways, in 3, 2, 1, the Great Pussy.
It had been a tough day at school for Jake, and he couldn't wait for the bell to ring to signal the end of the day. He watched the clock on the wall. It seemed like an...
So this is what this SCP content farm thinks that the Hello Fellow Kids is. This is what the children look. This is what the youth are like now.
Yes.
That's how they used to look in the 90s? Well, 80s.
And as we all know, Among Us was present in the 80s.
Yeah.
Among Us
I
is
tried
eternal.
to say in the 90s, but as a kid in the 90s, I didn't. I have nothing.
As a
90s
90s
kid, I remember.
Oh wait, that means Sanju's older than you and me, Hatchet.
Yes,
Wait, what
this has
happened?
been
What did you
established.
say?
That they're a 90s kid.
I'm also a 90s kid.
As a 90s adult, I forgot. Such two.
Anyways. We just started a chat for no reason. It was dead quiet.
Well, of course it's quiet. Look at that.
Hatchet, what is the time on the clock?
I'm gonna say 5 till 3.
Nice soda can.
57. The soda can.
I don't know. I just heard like crinkling.
It was a water bottle.
Oh.
As we all know, soda cans are made out of fucking soft plastic. Anyway, are we gonna continue or just sit here?
Eternity before the hands reached 3 o'clock. The alarm sounded. He picked up his bag and ran down the corridor and out of the school gates. All he wanted to do was to get home and play his favorite game, Among Us. He hoped that his parents weren't home yet because they didn't like him spending too much time in front of his computer, so they would probably make him wait until after dinner to play. He'd just stepped through the front door to his house when he heard his mom call out, "Jake, is that you?" Jake sighed and went through to the kitchen where his mom was preparing dinner. "Come and help with these vegetables," she said. "Oh, Mom, I want to play on my computer." "You know the rules. Wait until after dinner." Jake
This is awful.
Why do they kind of look like South Park characters?
That's what I was
Why did
thinking.
the art style change completely at a very random rate?
It's
Why is she cooking chocolate or poop?
I went from wondering why the conversation with the mom sounded so unrealistic, like a movie from the 80s, to why does he no longer look like a teenager? Also, what vegetables was she asking for help with? She was stirring a pot like some witch. I'd stir a pot like a witch, but that's not going to tell you what vegetables to help with. Where were the vegetables?
Help me add the mystery vegetables to our pot of chocolate gunk.
No, it was probably a sauce, a brown sauce.
Yeah, I'm not
I
good.
will add vegetables to that any day.
I'm not good at stirring stuff on a pot, mainly because I use a knife. Anyway, let's.
What is that? What are you even talking about?
She can't cook. Don't listen to her.
You just fucking say.
Exactly. Anyways, let's continue.
Jake knew there was no point in arguing with his mom. She would never change her mind. As soon as dinner was finished, Jake ran up to his room and switched on his computer. He waited impatiently for the screen to light up.
Oh my
He opened
god.
up the app and joined a new lobby.
This?
There were only 4 players so far, so Jake sat back and waited for others to join. "Come on, hurry up." Another player joined. His name was...
Okay, to be honest, I'm looking at this. Is not a bad recreation of Among Us.
That's actually not lazy, and I'm confused.
I mean, it's not the greatest, but it's not bad.
Really low bar, yeah, true.
Wait, why is it saying 10 out of 10 when there's not even 10 in there?
Low bar, they just sunk very slightly below the low bar.
There's only 6 and there's 10 out of 10. Military gets in progress. Waiting to unmute.
Jets in progress. I'm guessing that's meant to be. Yeah.
The military trying to
Military.
silence this.
Military jets in progress is a very funny statement.
I'm just imagining, like, if jets wasn't put in, just like the military just all of a sudden stormed Judy's house.
No one's storming the house.
Nah, I'm just
Jude and I
imagining
are both military brats.
Nah, I just imagine that there is a Cars Universe version of a fucking F1 just parked outside of your house screaming like cuss words into your window. That's what military jets in progress means to me. And I refuse to accept any other interpretation of events.
Yeah.
I will say, my only reaction to that is I still think it's stupid how many people will sign even a birth certificate when it's a military hospital. Because the military is so slow and so over paperworky and so overcomplicated that they have so many people sign one paper just to confirm, yes, baby exists. Baby was born.
Yeah.
Baby alive.
Also, headshot. I saw Man of 5 stars right here, the Among Us character, and remembered the thing that Rockstar said was going to happen with GTA 6. Was that in order to prove that you're mature to play the game, you have to send a picture of your ID.
Yeah, why don't we press play?
My favorite activity is seeing an increased worldwide effort to blatantly censor art
Yeah.
for the name of quote unquote children's safety.
Technically, the group that's claiming, that's trying to claim that they're behind it is a right-wing group trying to say they're a women rights group.
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
And-
it's pretty classic radfem bullshit.
Yeah.
It's just
Also, why are they a fan of cuties?
because their standards are non-existent.
I
Their
just
standards are uphold this. Their standards are
I don't
uphold.
care if someone does or
patriarchy.
doesn't like the movie, but when they're literally like trying to say they're women's rights and then start cheering about how wonderful cutie is, it's
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually, when I saw that, I was like, what the hell is Cuties? I saw a trailer of it, and I highly regretted it. And I wanted to
Yeah,
pour
it's
bleach in my
just-
eyes.
the best way to
None.
say it is there's a reason why kids' beauty pageants were illegalized in France until they got to a certain age.
Yeah, anyways, enough side tangents aside, let's actually finish SCP. Also,
Listen. All I'm saying is my favorite activity is being a supposedly feminist org, and then proceeding to, not only start taking down fictional works because they depict abuse in any given way, but at the same time praise a film that by its very nature necessitates having engaged in child exploitation.
yeah.
They take down they fucking take down the oh so terrible porn games and oh so terrible big budget games that criticize violence because oh no, think of the children, and then praise a piece of media that in its creation exploited children in a
Yeah.
sexualized manner.
Yes, and let's be honest, when children are put through that, it's specifically only for the parents. The children
Oh, yeah.
probably grow up either traumatized or not sure how to look at the world because they were put through that.
Oh yeah, like that's the real thing. So there's this, like, I think largely radfem push to decontextualize what makes sexualization and objectification bad. It's not simply that XYZ fictional character is seen in a sexual light. It's the fact that when this stuff is done to an actual person, it does tangible harm. It does very clear, distinct trauma to a person. Like, the issue isn't simply sex, it is that this sexual thing is harming someone.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Anyways, let's actually get to see if they do the SCP correctly. Wait, I just realized they're still on the intro.
gonna get a pyramid.
Also, I just want to say, before we move to this, which we should, I will say I have heard that Collective Shout has been pretending that all gamers are men, including the ones commenting on them, so they think you're a man, Aaron.
Sorry,
you're
Bright.
not, but they, yeah.
Thank you. Thanks for the pyramid, Chew.
Nice.
Sideways pyramid.
Anyways,
Perfect.
So yeah, they think literally every gamer is a man.
you know what? I'm gonna let this be on the video, Chew. Oh shit, the pyramid's too high up. Whoops.
Aw. The screen cap it and then place it in the stream.
I will make sure, Future Bright, add Chew's pyramid in the future of the video.
Chew made a cool pyramid.
I literally took a picture of it. So
Okay, very good. Perfect. Saves me having to do it because the fucking
Yeah.
screen cap app I have on this laptop is not the best.
yeah, I have Twitch chat on my phone. That's why I just
Well,
screen chat on my phone.
well, either way, yeah. Let's get back to let's get back to a funny meme game from 2000.
Yeah. Also, this is probably gonna be the last SCP for night because I have work tomorrow in the morning.
That's fair.
Fair enough.
I miss
Thonas.
playing this
As-
game.
Yeah.
I kind of
They
do
waited
too.
for other players to join. Thonas started talking in the chat function. He was ranting on and on about the president of Greece. Jake rolled
Wait, hold on.
Right?
Hold on. Honestly, it's probably the best person right now. Like, how can anyone even compete? It's second Greece.
How do I just? You
So-
try to. You like it feels as if these. I started looking like a dog.
Wait, I just did a double check. There is no. The intro is like almost halfway into the video.
What the fuck? So let me. I feel like these intro sections are like if a person tried to make an intro to this, but they haven't actually read the SCP yet. They've only read. They've only read like a brief synopsis, probably given to them by ChatGPT, and then just make the intro, and then later they go back and actually read the article for the recording.
I'm just going to comment that this is not a character that's hard to write for. All you have to do is think, how does an exhausted ancient Greek god act?
Yeah.
It's probably not that.
I'm just surprised that almost halfway into the video is just the intro.
How long is the video?
9 minutes, and it's like almost like 3 minutes in is the intro.
You know, let's keep going.
Alright. Yep. 3, 2, 1.
Greece. Jake rolled his eyes. Don't know why this dude is so riled up about the president, Jake thought. Eventually, they had 10 players and the game
What do you mean you never saw 300? I just never ever said Spider. Well, to be honest, you should watch it. It's a fun, great movie.
began. Jake saw that he was a crewmate.
What is
Now he
this?
had to work out who the imposter was. He looked to see what tasks he had to perform. What? Only 2 tasks? This is gonna be easy. Jake pulled the trash chute lever and watched as the trash went down. Now I've just got the
Hey,
layers to connect.
Hey, fellow kids, you see, I know Among Us. Hey, kids, you see, Among Us. I know how.
The trash.
I know how to Among Us. Please watch my content. I know Among Us.
Oh my god.
They don't know Among Us. It was so easy to get Among Us, though. They just had to watch like one clip of someone playing it. They know you click the trash.
I think the idea is like the trash jettison.
Oh my god, Chew. On Twitch Mobile, all I'm seeing is just Chew typing the word sussy and pyramid. I don't like to see the emote on Twitch Mobile.
Yeah, I don't see the emote either. So like on my screen, it's just
Sussy.
it's just for me it is just a pyramid of sussy,
Which is
which I'm
but
fine with.
you have a chat overlay. Oh, there it is. I can see part of it right there. It's Among Us shaking ass.
It's supposed to be the Among Us thing twerking.
Yeah,
Yes.
I forgot about that. Anyways, let's continue. 3, 2, 1.
He took the red wire and put it into the red socket. Then he did the same with the blue. As he did, he noticed on the left of the screen that one player had left the game. That's weird. I wonder why he's gone. Jake carried on, but then another 2 players left the game. He wondered what was going on, but then other players left until there was only Jake and Phthonus left. The game automatically finished then, and Phthonus had won. He was the imposter. Jake was disappointed with the game, and he didn't want to play anymore. He went to switch off the computer, but it wouldn't switch off. Jake wondered what was going on and was starting to feel a bit scared. He decided he would go downstairs and spend the rest of the evening.
The hallucination part.
I don't
I
know.
don't know. It's being too high. Simple question, simple answer. Oh my god. 3, 2, 1.
With his parents. But when he walked into the lounge, he suddenly started freaking out. Who are you? You're not my mom and dad. You're someone else pretending to be them.
What?
Jake, what's wrong with you? Of course we're your parents.
Why is the guy on the left?
Mom?
Yeah.
Same vampire dad?
Why does the guy on the left kind of look like Danny the Noga?
Oh, fuck you for saying that.
Wait, looks like what?
A YouTuber.
A particular YouTuber.
Well, let's keep going.
What are we doing, Vendrent? Yeah, I'm like 95% certain that this intro is literally just ChatGPT. They asked ChatGPT, give me a short video intro about a kid being exposed to SCP-5, the number. And ChatGPT threw this at them and like, yeah, this is what's going in my video.
Yeah, they forgot to add pancake store to a shirt.
Oh, shut up, man.
Anyways, 3, 2, 1.
No, you're not. Tell me where they are. What have you done with them? Jake started frantically pacing around the room, holding his hands over his ears. He didn't know what was going on, but he knew one thing for sure. These people had done something with his parents and were probably going to hurt him too. If you don't tell me where my parents are, I'm calling the police. I think we'd better call the doctor. I think you must be overtired. That's why you're acting so paranoid. Jake's mom called the hospital and told them how Jake was acting. When she put the phone down, she turned to Jake. They're going to send a doctor out to see you. All Jake wanted to do was get out of the house, but his parents persuaded him to stay and at least let the doctor examine him. About 10 minutes later, there was a knock at the door. That must be the doctor, said Jake's mom.
What?
But when she opened the door, Jake saw 2 men in suits standing there.
It's the same 2 guys every time.
Yeah. Wait, he has no mouth.
Wait a second. It's not the same 2 guys every time. It's the same 2 guys, except this time, I'm pretty sure they tone shifted one of them to be a black person.
Yeah, also...
Normally he's white.
The hospital doesn't send regular doctors, true. Also, why does he have no mouth?
As we all know...
lazy animation.
As we all know, Phthonus steals your mouth.
Okay, we're about to be the end of the intro.
Also, I would like to comment that this goes with what I was saying earlier, the last video, when I said they typically add a random somewhere.
Yeah.
Like, or some other color.
Well, honestly, they're really inconsistent with it because, like, there's been, like, long stretches where there's, like, nothing but white people, and then other stretches where, oh, there's, like, They've got the token brown character that they put in the
Yeah,
background.
I'm just saying it was really weird they did to specifically that SCP, especially when they do this right after. Right after.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, Chu, are you referencing like I have no mouth, I must scream? I haven't read the story, but I do have wishlists the game based on the story. Thank you. I knew it was familiar.
I feel like
I get
he's
it.
judging you. Let's just watch. Let's watch.
Chu's not the only one judging her.
Yeah.
I'm always being judged by everyone in life, even life itself. Anyways, let's go continue.
You know
With
what?
us, they said.
I judge you as a gamer girl. That's it. You game.
Welcome back to SCP
And
Exposed.
you girl.
Today we bring you the Keter class subject, SCP-5167. Before I go on, please don't forget to subscribe to our
Shut
channel
up.
so you don't miss out
No,
on
not
any
you, Jerry.
more SCP stories. SCP-5167 is an entity known to manifest as a player of the online multiplayer game Among Us, under the username
Why do they keep making him
Thronus.
purple?
I
It
don't
will
know.
randomly
I don't know.
join multiplayer lobbies of the game and participate as an ordinary player
It
would.
seems like specifically magenta.
Well, yeah, but it's like, why? Sid the
I don't-
fisherman. Thanks, Sid. Like the only color he was talked about in the article is red, and they put him as red in the thumbnail. But no, we gotta stick with magenta for the video itself for some reason.
At least they picked the type of purple that it's a reddish purple. That doesn't make it
True.
red, but it's
True.
closer than normal purple.
It's a bit closer to red.
It's still purple.
I like how we're
Magenta is a very pretty color.
yeah. I like how we're pretty much already halfway through the video and I've already seen so many problems.
I think I just slapped my face in upset frustration. Let's keep watching.
That is what is colloquially known as a facepalm.
Two, one.
The majority of its anomalous effects only becoming obvious following the initial encounter. During this initial encounter, it has
Part
been
of me
observed to
feels
communicate
like this
using
video was made by a group of people that are like I forgot what you call them, the people that pretend to be like hip with the kids in a way that's so cringy. It's like they haven't even seen a child since the 80s.
Very hello, fellow kids.
Yeah, there we go. Oh, my brain was so fried. Yeah. I feel this entire video so far has felt very hello, fellow kids.
Yeah,
I'm
so
not sure
send
how
a
I feel
gif.
about that.
yeah, also remember Sparta? It's probably the same country. I don't know, lol.
They're not even trying. You don't even have to try hard. Give me a second to get the gift.
No.
Oh shit. Yeah, here's the GIF. I don't remember what show it's from, but it's a common meme.
I thought it was a movie.
Is it a movie? I don't.
I tried to find the sussy gift and I found a weird furry gift based off of it.
Sussy.
Oh, that's perfect, Hatchet.
Yeah, anyways. 3, 2, 1.
the in-game chat function. Among the majority of its speech consists of lengthy diatribes produced at little prompting from other players.
Wait, hold on. What is it? What did it say now? It could have been said already, but it has not, so I won't say it again. The odds are never in your favor, so it won't be the first time it's happened. Just trust me when I say it, it will not be the last. What?
What the fuck are they talking about?
They're making this
know.
poor SCP super aggressive.
They're making him a fucking dumbass.
It's really weird. They went from an ancient Greek god that gave up on the modern to a weird weird, not him person.
Like fucking he's like we've seen 3 versions of Fathomus. We've seen strangely Greek nationalist Fathomus. We've seen standard Fathomus in the actual article. And now we're seeing fucking like edgy teenager Fathomus.
Oh my god. 3, 2, 1.
Individuals who interact with SCP-5167 in-game will subsequently begin to exhibit symptoms of paranoia and Capgras delusion. This is a psychiatric disorder in which an individual comes to believe that those around them have been replaced with identical imposters. The severity of these symptoms varies from person to person, but in
What kid keeps a hatchet in their room?
Okay, that ain't a hatchet, right? That's a fire axe. Get it right.
But still.
But anyway, what the fuck kind of child keeps a fucking fire axe under their desk?
No child. I mean, it's not like kids like save an axe for some sort of wood chopping competition, and even if they did, it would be a different.
Hello, yes, I am a standard high schooler. I am a standard high schooler. I am going to ensure that I have a weapon to defend my computer from my mom. So I'm going to take this fire axe I found and store it in my room in case my mom tries to come in while I watch the no-no stuff.
Yeah.
Also, Chu said, "Here's Johnny."
Yeah, I was just about to say that. Anyways, 3.
initial cases was significant enough to prompt acts of perceived self-defense from those affected. These symptoms persist for a period initially believed to encompass several months, but has lessened to 1 or 2 weeks as observation has continued.
There goes Mom.
SCP-5167 was initially discovered by the Foundation after a period during which the player Phthonus was a minor urban legend in the Among Us community. Although interest in the figure died down fairly quickly.
Alright. Okay, alright.
Foundation web crawlers flagged recorded accounts of players' encounters with the entity as potential anomalous.
Besides, who even plays that? Just a waste of time, and time is the most important currency. I could go on about how it barely registers as a game.
Yeah, okay, good. Yeah, so now Thomas is angry about the game that he's playing. Oh man, why would anyone spend any time playing the game Hades? It's a terrible game. I hate this game. Currently playing it, has 500 hours on Steam.
Oh,
That's Pokemon Scarlet and Violet.
And I hated FNAF Security Breach when I first played it. I never beat it. I still play League of Legends very so often. My condolences. 3, 2, 1.
Phenomena. Learning Computer PSI-2, known as Meeville, was assigned to track sessions of the game until SCP-5167 was encountered. When the other players in said session were tracked down, they exhibited the symptoms now associated with SCP-5167. Foundation efforts to track the individual behind SCP-5167 have thus far proven unsuccessful. All attempts to locate the internet access point used by the anomaly have led to deserted home addresses in rural Greece.
Yeah, that totally looks like a deserted home address.
Yeah, just no
I have
home.
seen deserted rural addresses, and they do not look like that.
Yes, let's just make it look like a trash Stardew Valley clone. Fucking.
3, 2, 1.
Foundation web crawlers are to monitor online communities for mentions of potential SCP-5167 sightings. In cases where these sightings are confirmed, all direct witnesses are to be apprehended.
Oh
and
no,
all
why are they
secondary
back to
evidence
these
removed
guys?
from the platform in question. Apprehended witnesses are to be held
God.
until symptoms of SCP-5167
Why did you
abate,
keep
and
two
are then
paranoid
to
people in the same room?
I don't know.
I'm just saying, when people have a certain symptoms, it makes them more likely to hurt themselves or others, and both of them have those symptoms. And talking to each other might make the symptoms even worse. And it just
Yeah,
seems
also,
very-
he's not even hooked up to the machine.
Oh.
Oh man, do I love how this SCP handles depictions of fucking mentally ill people. This definitely doesn't come across as sanist in any way.
Juices per
It
fight night. Oh
definitely
my
does.
god.
It definitely does.
I am being sarcastic.
Sorry.
No,
I'm
you're
bad at
good.
reading out sometimes.
No, it's fair.
It's fair.
It's fair.
Anyways, in 3, 2, 1.
to be amnesticized and released under a standard mental breakdown cover story. Michael Ross, the intelligence director of Site-22, gave the following report on SCP-5167.
Did I call him? Did I say Michael or Michelle when I read it? I think I read it as Michelle. You just passed it.
It's Michelle, yeah. So it was a woman.
They misread the name Michelle and decided, oh, so Michelle is actually Michael, and Michael is some random carrot top with a mustache. Okay, yeah, sure.
I kind
Thanks.
of imagined Michelle Ross as French for some reason. Like a French lady.
Fair. It's just like, it's just everything's made like in like a rushed state.
Yeah.
Not even the slightest attempt at double checking what you're doing.
I feel like they did this so they could still include women, but not have the women be the leader.
Yeah. I'm starting to think that the episodes now are gonna start feeling more and more rushed. Probably.
Wait, did you ask about Fight Night?
Yeah, when it was
I
back
think
when
that was like,
the two people were in
Yeah,
the
but-
same pet cell.
Oh.
Yeah. Anyways.
oh no,
What?
oh no.
What?
What?
I just thought of a fucking sanest dystopia concept where fucking anyone who shows any signs of mental distress in a society are basically used as fucking pit dogs.
Oh my
I
god.
would be a very bad pit dog.
I love how that's your first thought.
Well, can you imagine me as a pit dog? I'm generally very mellow-headed. I'm literally slower than the average person. So when
Pokemon
I be put
battle.
in the pit and I just stare at the other person,
Would I be a
Ugh.
good pit dog?
No, well, actually, wait, back up. You'd probably wreck shit because you actually know how to fight.
I feel like if Erin was put in that situation, she'd find a way to get a sharp, pointy thing and stab the guards instead of the other person.
I like sounding people, then killing them.
Don't. Right. Right. You don't have to say every thought that comes into your brain. You could just not say that. It's
You know, if the sanest dystopia happens and you save us, I promise I'll cook for you. I'll be the guy that cooks.
Let him
Microphone is speaking. It might be hatchets.
Okay, let's keep going. Maybe it doesn't get worse. Maybe.
It would.
Maybe.
the mic that was peaking would probably be mine. I'm using a really trash headset microphone because my main mic decided to die.
Oh.
That's fair. Anyways. 3.
Warning. Do not follow the great Dr. Bright on Twitch. Worst mistake imaginable. I
Thank you
repeat,
for following
do not
Fish on
follow
34.
the great Dr. Bright
Or 43,
on
I'm sorry.
Twitch.
We're on 43. Thank you. I appreciate it so much. Anyways, let's suffer for some more. 3, 2, 1.
As requested by head researcher Abrams, I've had the Site-22 analyst look into the progress of SCP-5167's anomalous effects over the period we've observed it, and the results are much as I expected. When we first discovered it, for the sake of argument, let's say this is when SCP-5167 first came into existence. The impact it had on its victims was severe. I don't think I have to remind you of what Billy Hath did to his family's faces. But since then, almost immediately really, since that first couple of manifestations, the potency of its effects.
The file did say people killed others during this distress, but they didn't, like, go into detail. I feel like
I was gonna say, like, they did have that moment about saying, given person, we don't need to talk about what given person did to his family's faces, but that's about it.
Yeah, I'm just saying it feels a little more an actual visible depiction of it rather than hearing it, like, briefly gone over. It's not added violence, but it does feel more aggressive, and I'm not sure how I feel about that.
That's fair.
I don't count it as added violence. Weird feel thing.
Yeah.
Chu said, I'm sure they're fine. Yeah, sure, it's grape jelly.
Dr. Chu's on the job.
Anyways, 3, 2, 1.
Effects has started to decline. Full detachment from reality became delusion, and delusion has now become paranoia. Also, the intensity of that paranoia is lessening in each case. This is all.
What the fuck was that?
What was what?
It's just fucking random computer thing. Oh, we're measuring the paranoia.
Intensity of that paranoia is lessening in each.
That's not how you analyze paranoia. The only way is by talking to someone or by watching them.
Yeah.
Like, it's just.
Although if you're watching someone all the time, that's probably giving them an actual paranoid, which is probably not the way to go about it.
Yeah.
It's just I so heavily love this stereotype of somehow being able to hook up to people's brains and tell exact measures of what they're feeling and thinking, despite the human brain not operating like that and it being literally the most complex structure that we've found.
Yeah.
So how the fuck is this going to operate?
Yeah.
It's very complicated trying to understand even parts of the brain.
Yeah. Alright.
Good luck to all those people specifically putting their entire life's work to researching literally one part of the brain.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Fucking as simple as, like, checking on a goddamn computer.
And then fucking armchair psychologists act as if they know everything about a person after hearing them, like, talk for 5 minutes. Anyway.
3, 2, 1.
Each case. This is all conjecture, of course, and shouldn't be taken as gospel. But based on what we've observed of this anomaly thus far, our estimation is that SCP-5167's anomalous effects will become inert by the end of the year. Whether it'll keep popping up in these video game matches is another story. The following is a log of SCP-5167 as observed by Learning Computer PSI-2 in a game of Among Us. SCP-5167 participated in the game without communicating until specifically addressed by other players. Red, where were you when the reactor was called? John Arbuckle said. Where was I? I was there when the mountains were newborn and the oceans virginal. I was there when gods walked among men,
Yes,
and
this
their
is
wisdom
the
was
sound
kept.
of an ancient, exhausted god.
Yeah, also, I like how they're not even fully in the game where they would ask where you were.
Well, it's just part of the hello fellow kids part. They don't actually know what the game's like.
Okay, to be fair, it is a pretty common thing for people depicting like meetings in Among Us as like everyone actually around a table talking to each other rather than the text box.
That's exactly what they do, but that's not what they're showing.
Yeah, they're in the ship at the very beginning before you go to hit the start button.
Oh, it's in the Oh, okay. Well, fuck
Yeah.
me. Fuck me for trying to give them the
It's
benefit of the
okay,
doubt.
Hatchet. You tried. It's you're being the good bean.
I'm just fucking.
You're a good
I'm
kid.
playing Hades.
I know, it's in 3, 2, 1.
Cast down like sunlight. I was there when mankind was capable of legends, said SCP-5167.
Are you okay?
I hate it.
How did they chop up a god this much?
Was that even part of it?
Yeah.
Was there when mankind was legends? Oh yeah, it was. I just forgot.
They were literally just reading out text. on the
They're
screen.
quoting the file, but in the worst and way possible.
Yeah. In 3, 2, 1.
And now, I find myself in a world that has forgotten even the taste of life, even the very concept of life beyond existing from one day to the next. Mere continuance, where all the world is wasted away in idle play of emotions that once rang true.
It just looks like they're just dancing, listening to this.
Why did they have them go from like all across the area scattered to just lined up listening to him?
Hell if I know.
Listen, we have to depict it as like some kind of weird sermon now. Among Us sermon.
Yeah, in 3, 2, 1.
I am in a world where even the gods are forgotten, their bones washed away by time. A world where man has moved on, where all the legacy I have left are 3 sentences on Wikipedia. I thought
They
my
took
time
out
had come
fuck.
again. I thought this
Screw
would
you.
be the new me. But this is nothing. Let me stay dead this time. I'm tired.
They're all lined up.
Mm.
I'm sorry. I just feel
almost
this weird
over.
amount of frustration.
Hey, they got the number correct this time. It's 5 out of 10.
Holy shit, they learned how to count.
Yeah.
3,
I can't
2.
believe it.
It's almost over, Hatchet. 3, 2, 1.
There was a long silence, and then another player spoke. Red is sus, said your mom. Yeah, vote red, said XG1200. Follow.
Yeah, we're not staying any longer because I don't want to see the AI shit.
So they gender swapped one character, and did they give the license?
No, they messed up the license. Remember, they put like 6.
Oh yeah. So is that a 1 or a 2? They didn't just remove Ross, but they definitely gender swapped Ross. Well, no, I guess that doesn't count as the god. I like was because they kept their name and they kept the thing he says at the end, but they kept changing his personality a mile a minute.
Yeah.
But
I'd call this a 1.
For removal of
Okay.
characters and license.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you
It's
sure
like-
the change of personality is not to count it as a removal?
That I would put that in like alters plot or something along those lines.
Ah, that's fair. Deviates from the plot.
Besides that, like the biggest one that I've been thinking about is like the misreading of Michelle as Michael and thus creating Michael Ross instead of Michelle Ross. But since they're trying to be the same character, I feel like it's not really a character being removed. They just misread Michelle.
Yeah, as well as removing the entire license and putting a different one in.
Yeah. So I'd say
Yeah, 1.
below fish wrong.
And added gore
Hi,
is a
Vishon.
0?
Oh. Okay.
What
Neat.
happened? What happened?
Just pressing in chat. I was reading a message. Anyways.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hi, Fish Ron?
Oh, okay.
Oh, they're gone?
Have fun.
Okay, bye.
Anyways. Altered / added gore or violence.
Once again, I think this is a 0? Hatchet?
Altered course / I would honestly be willing to put this at a 1.
Yeah. It's not as
That's
bad as
fair.
it could be.
They did add violence towards those that were showing symptoms.
Yeah,
And it was uncomfortable, yeah.
and they were as well as that, they were also my brain just died. They were depicting the violence that some of these people engaged in like in a purposefully gratuitous and horror-esque manner, despite
I feel like the way they depicted that would go in / offensiveness, but I think we all know that's going to be a point.
yeah.
Should we mark that a 4 now and just go?
What? Deviates from the plot of the article?
Yeah, let's look at deviates from the plot. They seemed mostly on topic, but they changed the personality of the main character until the very end. And they changed a lot of details that, while small, made it an experience.
I would put it at a 2. We've got 1 for the fucking Chat GPT intro, and we got 1 for the way that they, like, in trying to create visual stuff for the diatribes, just altered the characters, alters Phothonus's character randomly at multiple
A 2 sounds fair.
Yeah. Only men in a video / offensiveness.
But like I said, I think this is a 4. I feel like that's not even contestable.
I don't know if I would put it at a 4. What's your what's your reasons for putting it that high?
Well, for one, it showed the people who were infected as practically it was inevitable that they would attack people, considering they literally had weapons ready at the computers. And
which I agree with that. Like, to me, that's at least a point.
They also showed those with mental illness as being that's not the proper way that you treat someone with those thoughts. Typically, if they're a danger to themselves or others, you put them in an isolated with nothing that they can hurt themselves with until you think they're ready to come out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's
Yeah.
not what they did. They also put a bunch of useless machines around them that could magically read their brain, and it's just, let's just say it's a lot of level of more than just one or two.
Mhm.
I could see it at a 3, but not a. I could see it at a 3 instead of a 4, but not a 1 or a 2.
I would say it's a 3. I was like, I basically like would apply a point for each like notable instance of varying degrees of sanism in it. So like there's 3 major instances that come to mind.
Also, Chu asked you to. Oh,
I was just messaging.
okay. Sorry about that. Anyway.
Yeah.
Also,
So
I
I
will
put that
say
at
with offensiveness, they really were. It really did feel like trying to use mental illness as like a little show as part of the episode.
yeah, it becomes reminiscent of the same basic reason why the term freak can be considered a slur, right? Like the old timey using the mentally and physically disabled people of the world as gawking entertainment.
Yeah.
I take it you're doing something mod wise, right?
Yeah, I just finished. Anyways, so we're thinking more towards like a 2 or a 3?
3, yeah,
3,
is what we
yeah.
agreed on.
Not a 2.
Yeah, not 2.
Oh my goodness. This might... I don't know if this will be a lower percentage or a higher percentage. Neither.
The same percentage.
However,